Groamy, 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 Groamy.
You're watching the Groamy Show here on ZTO TV, and my special guest host this time around, Ray. Ray, introduce yourself, Ray.
Hello,
Say-
Ray McGuff here. Interviewing.
Yes, and Ray's a comedian.
Sometimes I'm also a bill collector
Yeah.
and race car driver,
Does a lot of work.
novelist.
Does a lot of work with ZTO.
Yep.
Jack of all trades, master of none. One of those deals.
That's very true.
yeah,
Yes.
right on.
Thank you.
This time around, we got a band called Casket Company out of. We'll let them tell you where they're out of. We'll be back right after a song from Casket Company. You're watching the Groamy Show here on ZTO TV.
This is war. I thought I told you. Load your guns. I'm here to destroy you. Did I strike a chord? The rumors were true. Still you swore. What am I getting into? And I can't know.
That was a song from Casket Company. You're watching the Groamy Show here on ZTO TV. Ray's my co-host this time around.
Hello.
Hey, Trevor, come back. And no,
Wow.
it wasn't a slam towards
No,
Ray
no,
or
I get it.
anything.
He's way
No.
better than I am.
No, he's just we miss him. It's been a while.
I do miss that guy.
It's
He's a
been
nice
while.
guy.
Yes, but like I said, that was a song from Casket Company, and they're joining us today. And so we'll chat with these fine young gentlemen. Start here on the to my immediate right. If you want to introduce yourself,
My name's Randy. I play the drums.
and then we got.
I'm Chris. I'm Al. I play guitar.
Al. You can call him
Al.
Al. We're the Paul Simon joke coming later.
You can call me.
It's a what?
There's a Paul Simon joke coming later.
Sorry, I got to pick on you.
It's all right.
Yeah. And you guys are what, out of Bowling Green,
We're
basically.
out of Bowling Green, Ohio.
Yeah.
Yep. College town.
Yeah.
We play dive bars.
Right. So those are usually the best bars.
Use distorted amplification to make sounds.
Right on. And describe the sounds you make then.
Oh, I hate that question.
You went with it. You opened that door. Who wants to describe the sounds that they make?
We just try to be as loud as we possibly can, really. And
You succeeded.
just loud and abrasive, really.
You-
You know, just, you know.
Right on. Okay, cool. All right. How'd you guys get together?
We had a similar interest in breaking stuff, so we
Okay.
just started doing that.
Right.
And we started breaking stuff together, and it
I met Chris on eHarmony.
Christian Mingle.
Oh.
We met him on Christian Chris Mingle.
Yeah.
.com.
He doesn't have a mic.
You're doing slow.
Sorry. Was that, no, we were we were all hanging out around the same music scene. Alex was in a band that I really liked called the Flaming Hot Marbles, and as they were kind of winding down, I was going to a lot of their shows, and he was playing a lot of open mic nights at a place called Howard's Club H in Bowling Green. Started jamming. He seriously said, "Come over and practice." Showed me a few songs that he'd been working on, and it was like, "Do you want to go jam?" I said, "Yeah." Went to a very small bedroom with a drum set, and was very nervous because that wasn't going to work.
Right.
And he got on his phone. It was like half hour later. He said, "Hey, we got Howard's for the night." So the first time we played was on a stage. That was fun. No microphone.
Really?
Yeah, first
There-
time we ever touched instruments together was on
Yeah.
stage.
Really?
On stage at
Wireless.
Howard's with no microphones whatsoever, and we just made really kind of slower noises, and they were. I mean, a lot of our songs are faster paced now, and he took it home.
Slower.
God,
it's so romantic.
Well, we played like we played like the same couple of riffs for a while, and he came back like a day later. He was like, "Hey, I got this song," and that's pretty much how things have been going ever since.
Just curious. I mean, I know Bowling Green's kind of a hip town. How was the crowd response to that? First time you guys are up there, just
It was mostly the people we brought with us.
Okay,
So they
yeah.
were kind of digging it, and then we were like, "Hey, this was great. We should do this more often, practicing at Howard's." And they were like, "Yeah, you guys can do that." And they said you can do it on Sundays. And then like 3 Sundays in, they were like, "Can you not be so loud?" Because Sundays are our chill days.
Right.
You guys are scaring away the regulars.
Yeah, like the regular super alkies that hang out in there. It's on Sunday morning drinking Bloody Marys.
right.
And so that quickly stopped, and then we started practicing in my basement. The cops got called a few times.
Nice.
Started making them coffee.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Any good band story, really.
Yeah.
Now we're still here and still playing.
Yeah.
But we keep making albums and stuff, so you should
Right.
keep buying them, come to our shows.
Right. And so, you've been in bands before?
Yeah. I've been in a couple bands before this, but I played drums prior to this. I just kind of like play guitar as a thing. I did cut a couple demos by myself by just playing all the instruments and kind of just like releasing them online.
Yeah.
And then I realized that like, yeah, I mean, this is fun and all, making my own music, but like being on stage was really like
Yeah.
the gratifying part of playing music. So
Right.
I went on the hunt, and it just so happened that Randy, it was kind of like destiny. We met each other. And,
Oh.
yeah, he was playing drums in a band at the time, and
What
he was
was
like,
it like,
"Dude,
yeah?
check out my demo." And I'm like, "All right." So he brought me out into the parking lot and like cranked it in his stereo, and I was like,
That's
"Yeah,
right, I
we
did
should do this. Let's do this thing." So I went from there, and Howard's like, gave us a charitable donation of their stage on like a Tuesday night and let us practice there and scare away the 5 people that were inside.
Right.
And it, it just went from there. We just
And we have a lot of, I have a lot of jokes, that's how I deal with awkward situations. But places like Howard's and like Frankie's and stuff like that, the cool thing about this band that is different really from anything else that I think any of us has ever done, except for probably Alex, because the Marbles were kick-ass. It started relatively small. Like, he was just like, "Hey, do you want to come do this thing?" Came and did it, and got some songs out of it, and then he was like, "Hey, you want to do an EP?" Because it did change the way your original stuff sounded. Like, we were a completely
absolutely.
different band.
absolutely.
And so then we kind of progressed a little bit from there, and we kept gigging out just relentlessly. And the band has changed so much, and there were so many shows that we were really becoming a band and just kind of fucking off doing that.
Right.
And a lot of the people in our music scene like put up with that and like kept coming out and kept getting big. It got to be a bigger and bigger thing, and now we have actual, like, it's weird to say we have actual fans, but we do. I don't know a lot of those people, but they still keep coming out to shows. And we were talking like 2 nights ago, and like the band that we were like 1 year ago is completely different from the dudes that are sitting here right now.
Right.
And it's getting more fun working on records and working on songs, and it just kind of keeps compiling, and we're like hinting around that really faithful word of tour and
Right.
stuff. So
Right. That's cool. That's cool.
The T word.
the T word, and we're just gonna like keep trying to get as big as we possibly can. Nobody's trying to get famous, but we just want to be working.
Right. You'll be able to pay your bills.
Sure.
That's what a lot.
That's another
yeah.
dangerous thought,
Yeah.
but it'd be cool.
Yeah, that's what a lot of bands. It's like, I don't care if I'm rich and famous. Just to be able to make enough.
If my
to-
electric bill was on time.
Yeah.
If I can live the same way I live right now
Yeah.
and just play music, that's mission accomplished. I'm doing what I love for a living, so
Right on. That's cool. That's
I
cool.
don't have to work at a factory or cook snobby people their food.
Right.
You know?
Which is what we're both doing. Right?
Which is what we all do. So.
Let's hear another song from the guys from Casket Company. You're watching the Groamy Show here on ZTO TV, and here's another one from Casket Company.
I'm bored, sleeping my hurts. I burned out just like I knew I would. I burned out just like I knew I would. Bored, life in the woods. Turned out just like I knew I would. Turned out just like I knew I would. I'm biting the dirt. Burning just like I knew I would. 'Cause I never really understood my core. It's evil word. Gave in just like I knew I would. Gave up just like I knew I would. This is my one and only.
That was another song from the Casket Company here on the Groamy Show on ZTO TV, and want to thank these guys for coming in, and you guys are definitely loud, and this young man here, I got to give him a shout out. When did you first start coming in my store? You were what, 15?
I was 13.
13 even? Yeah, and I was in a band, and do you remember when I got up and sang with you guys?
Yeah, I told that story last night. You were drunk on Jaeger.
No.
Yes, you were.
No.
Yes, you were. He's saying, "I've just seen a face by the Beatles."
Yeah. Yeah, one of my favorite Beatles songs, and he's like, "Yeah, we do Beatles songs." Like, really? And what was the event? Was it?
It was your birthday.
Oh shit! Yeah. Well, shoot. Pardon me. That's what did it. Yeah.
And we were coming back from our first out of town gig
Right.
at Skatopia.
Right.
And I got my drums lit on fire and a concussion.
Right. Yeah. And they started. I just seen a face by the Beatles. Beatles. No, they just. And it's
And
like,
they filmed
I'll
it.
get up there. Oh, somebody's got that on video.
buddy.
Well, thanks for coming out, guys. And
Hey, welcome.
We're gonna drop that right now. Thanks again, and be sure to check them out whenever you see them. Like them on Facebook. And I appreciate it. And
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. And you're watching the Groamy Show here on ZTO TV. Thanks for jumping in there, Ray. I appreciate
welcome.
you hanging out. Yeah.
You guys were fantastic. If it matters what my opinion is at all, I enjoyed
Thanks,
your
man.
music.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, cool.
All right. Once again, Groamy Show here on ZTO TV. I'm only here to help. Somebody videotape that shit.
Yeah, dude. I was like bored. I was like, I don't know if girls can remember me. It's been like 6 years. And
Groamy. 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 Groamy.
The world's filled with occupied minds, worried about everything else besides what matters. Twitter, Facebook statuses, treating money like garbage. You ain't shit if you don't have it.
The biggest difference between men and women is how we interpret the word facial differently.
You're watching the Groamy Show here on ZTO TV. We're here to help.
I just turned 26. I'm still like I'm maturing in weird ways. Like I recently described my vacuum cleaner as badass.
Next they'll be dancing.